bruv, you are having a bubble.
Yo, what's going on guys, and welcome back to Flashback FIFA. Today we're going to be looking at the Chelsea team from 2006 to 2007, and if you missed yesterday's video, we looked at Manchester City before they became rich, and that team is definitely one to go and look at. So if you missed that, make sure you go and check it out. And remember guys, drop a like on this video if you're enjoying this series. It is much appreciated. The last videos have been going down so well. But before we get started, if you're looking to buy some very cheap and instant ultimate team coins, make sure you check out fifacoinstock.com. the link will be in the description down below. It's an instant service, so your card pretty much gets bought straight away. But we'll move on to the actual Chelsea team now, and in goal on the bench we have Carlo Cudicini, who was Chelsea's backup keeper, and looks pretty average from his stats on FIFA 07. A lot of people ask me how I get these stats. You can check out sofifa.com. I'll leave all these links in the description below. Then I go on to FUTWIZ and create the squad using their custom squad builder. So that is Carlo Cudicini, the second choice goalkeeper for Chelsea at the time. So moving on to the next player on the bench, we have Shaun Wright-Phillips, who was 83 rated back then, which is pretty decent to be fair. I mean, he's a silver now, he's quite old, he's playing for QPR in the championship at the moment, but back then he had some pretty decent stats for a gold. And yeah, he was very rapid, and obviously, you know, he's short. Shaun Wright-Phillips is the son of Ian Wright, believe it or not. I think he's the adopted son though. So yeah, we'll move on to Salomon Kalou, who currently is playing for Lille. He's got 2 informs this year, which is fantastic. And yeah, he was 84 rated with them stats. Pretty decent to be honest. And remember lads, if you want to suggest teams for me to cover, make sure you drop a comment. I think I'll do Liverpool next. But the only problem with that is people want me to do the 2005 squad, and I can't get the stats from FIFA 2005. So the stats will have to be from FIFA 07, but I'll do the FIFA 05 squad, if you know what I mean. So I'll just Photoshop the players who are not in the game anymore onto the squad. So I hope people do enjoy that. And I'll get to Leeds United soon, because I know a few comments were left saying do Leeds, so I will get to them very shortly. But moving on, we do have Obi Makar, who was a silver back in FIFA 07 with some insane stats. And if that card was around now, he'd be going for quite a bit indeed. I mean, he's an okay player on the game now, I guess. He's a gold player, decent work rate, so he just sits back in front of the defence. So we'll move on to Lassana Diarra, who again is another gold player these days, but he was a silver back for Chelsea then. I think he played for Arsenal back in the day and Portsmouth too, but he had some okay stats on him too. And Joe Cole, this is a pretty crazy one, 87 rated, and that is mental. Just look at him now. Obviously he's not the player he was. He was pretty decent back in the day, but 87 rated was quite high and had some great stats on him. He was a left midfielder, I believe, but I couldn't change the position on this custom squad builder, so he's set as a centre attacking mid. But we'll move on to the players everyone wants to see now, and that is the starting 11 of this Chelsea team. And Petr Cech in goal, of course. He's been there for so long, and he had some amazing stats on FIFA 07, and I'm pretty sure he was one of the highest rated goalkeepers in the game. 89 rated with 90 diving and 94 reflexes, and also 91 positioning. I bet that card would have been pretty amazing to have on Ultimate Team. But the first right back now, or the only right back, what the hell am I on about, is Paulo Ferreira. Now I had to Photoshop this card on because he's not in the game. He retired last year. He had some great stats on him though, 80 pace, 83 defending and 84 heading. That is solid stats for a right back there. He can defend, and he's also great for heading, and he's also 6 foot, so that would have been a great card as well. And he retired last year, so he's not in the game, so I had to Photoshop his card on as I just mentioned. But John Terry now is the first centre back, and just look at them stats, 80 pace, 94 defending and 93 heading for 91 rated centre back. John Terry was phenomenal back then. Bit of a dickhead outside of the football game, but you know, he's a great player, there's no doubt about it. And I'm sure there's going to be loads of comments about the shit he does. I mean, if you don't know what he gets up to out of football, I'm sure you can go and search that on Google, or people will leave it in the comment section below. It's up to you. But that is an insane card. Just imagine if he had something close to that right now. Obviously he's old, losing pace and whatnot, but we'll move on on now to the next centre back, who is Ricardo Carvalho. He's still around, playing for Monaco. He was at Real Madrid last year, but moved to them this year, obviously, for that dollar. But yeah, he had 73 pace, 87 defending and 78 heading. Pretty decent centre back for the game. Great defending, but not great heading, as he's not the tallest. But we'll move on to Ashley Cole, and this is the season he joined Chelsea. He was 83 rated, and he was of course very fast back in FIFA 07 with 87 pace, 84 defending, and just some all-round great stats for a left back. But SEN is 86 rated back in FIFA 07 with some incredible stats for a CDM. 83 pace on a CDM, and also 85 defending and 84 passing. Just phenomenal stats for Michael Essien right there. Of course, he's not that good anymore. He's getting old, and I think he's on his way out of Chelsea soon. I'm not too sure, but yeah, that's Michael Essien's card. But now one of the greatest cards I've ever seen, pretty much. 87 rated Michael Ballack. Now I had to again Photoshop this card because he's not in the game. He retired, and yeah, just look at them stats for a central midfielder. I mean, it's all round balance pretty much. 86 pace, 88 dribbling, and 92 heading. I'm pretty sure you could have played him as a striker because his shooting was just phenomenal as well. But he played as a centre mid in this team, and yeah, just phenomenal stats. His heading was awesome as well, and Michael Ballack was a great player for Chelsea. But we'll move on now to Arjen Robben, who was at Chelsea in 2007, and he had an 88 rated card in FIFA 07 as well with 94 pace. That is similar to his stats he currently has now, minus the shooting stat was for some reason really low. I didn't think he scored too many goals for Chelsea, but his passing was higher and he had more pace, obviously, because he was younger. But we'll move on to the main man now, Frank Lampard, the guy who has scored so many goals for Chelsea, even scored 20 goals a season sometimes, which is just ridiculous. And I know he takes penalties, but still, that many goals for a midfielder a season is just ridiculous. And he was 90 rated in FIFA 07 with 83 pace, 88 shooting, 89 passing, 86 dribbling. You can see the stats on the screen. Just an all-round balanced card, and what a phenomenal card that is for Frank Lampard. Would be worth at least 1 million coins in this FIFA, but you know, that is just mental. He had crazy stats and definitely deserved it back then. He's still a great player now, and I think his rating is kind of harsh in FIFA 14. 81 rated, I think he is. That's just a bit crazy, seeing as he did score, I think he scored around 16 goals last season. I'm not sure, correct me in the comment section down below, but I do remember him scoring quite a few goals last season for Chelsea. So we'll move on to the strikers now. The first striker being Didier Drogba, another Chelsea legend, won the Champions League for them basically. Well, you know, helped him win it of course, but you know, he was an amazing striker for Chelsea, and I watched a documentary on him a couple weeks ago. It was just awesome to see the stuff he does outside of football, you know, using his money to go back home and build schools for charities, do a lot of work for charities, and that's just absolutely awesome. If you haven't seen that documentary, go and watch it. It's about his footballing career and the stuff he does outside of football. But we'll move on to the second striker of the team now, who is Andrei Shevchenko, and this guy was labelled a huge flop at Chelsea. Of course, he's got a legend card in this FIFA, so I've kept the exact same stats he's got on his legend card, but he did move to Chelsea for around £30 million, which was quite a lot of money back in 2006 compared to now, and he only scored 9 league goals in 48 games, and that's just not a good return for a striker of that price. And yeah, was labelled pretty much a flop. Obviously, he's a legend for what he's done at clubs like Milan, so you can't fault him for that. I don't know what happened. Maybe he just weren't used to the league, but that was Shevchenko. And that is a full Chelsea team right on the screen there, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to drop a like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, leave comments in the comment section below suggesting teams for the next episode, and check out FootWiz if you want to go and build your own custom team. So I'll see you soon, guys. Take care.